My husband was about to get intimate with me when suddenly we heard a voice from the baby in my belly. "Daddy, who looks better, me or mommy?" Jake froze. Then he bent down and kissed my belly, as if nothing was strange at all. "You are the prettiest, sweetheart," he said softly. The baby kicked me hard in protest, almost pouting through the movement. "If you kiss her, I'll get jealous. Don't kiss her." For a moment I thought I was losing my mind. Maybe I was just too far along and imagining things. But that night my great-grandmother appeared in a dream, grave and urgent. "The woman your husband kept on the side has returned, child. She is reborn in your womb. Once that creature is born, your life ends. She is a 1,000-year-old seductress who takes human form by stealing a woman's womb. Be on guard." I woke in a cold sweat, her words ringing in my head. While I was still drifting between sleep and awareness, I felt Jake's breath on my stomach. "Jessica, is that you? If it is, give mommy a little kick." The next moment, the baby nudged me gently. My pulse jumped. I squeezed my eyes shut, pretending nothing happened. When I didn't respond, Jake dotted my belly with soft kisses, voice trembling. "Jessica, when you got sick and passed away, I almost went with you. You said you'd return as someone close to me, but I didn't expect it to happen so fast." A sweet, flirtatious laugh echoed inside me. "Once I drain all of Sarah's life force, I'll return to my true form and be with you again. Make sure she gives birth naturally. If she has surgery, it will disrupt my purine body and ruin everything." Jake stroked my stomach lovingly. "I remember everything. You don't have to worry." I went stiff as a board. The child's voice was meant for Jake, but I heard every word perfectly. So Jake wasn't gloomy these past months because of work. His demon lover had died. And the baby I fought so hard to keep was actually her reincarnation. Panic crept up my spine. The next morning I ran straight to the hospital. "Doctor, I want this pregnancy terminated. Immediately." The baby thrashed wildly, as if it understood. I clutched my belly, determined. "I can't wait. I need this thing out." The doctor's face darkened. "You are 33 weeks along. Everything is stable. An abortion now could kill you. Your body is already weak. You would almost certainly hemorrhage. The likely result is the baby survives, but you do not. Is that really what you want?" When he reached for his phone, probably to call Jake, I caught his wrist. "I'm sorry. I'm just upset with my husband. Please forget I came." I walked out with shaking legs, fear crushing my chest. These last 2 months, my hair was falling out in handfuls. My organs felt like they were shutting down one by one. Sometimes I even coughed up blood. I thought they were pregnancy issues. Now I knew better. The demon had been feeding on me from the start. And if I risked a forced delivery, Jake would choose her over me without hesitation. Dying for that creature was useless. She wanted to use my womb to fight me for a place in this world. But demons don't get to roam freely in modern times. Fine. If she wants to come back, she can do it after an exorcism package. Let's see how she competes when she can't even decide what form to take. I dashed to the nearest pharmacy, determined. "I need the strongest testosterone boosters you have, a full case." The pharmacist's gaze slid over my swollen belly, a knowing smirk playing on his lips. "Getting close to the big day, huh? Your husband won't be needing these anytime soon." I forced a smile, lying smoothly. "Exactly why I'm stocking up now. We need to stay active. Plus, it'll help restore intimacy faster. Give me everything you've got in stock." "All of it." As he hurriedly grabbed boxes, I casually asked, "And what foods boost young energy? Any recommendations?" "Plenty. Beef, lamb, chives, dates. Someone eating these 3 meals a day would be the manliest man alive. Heck, even a woman could overload on the young." I whipped out my phone and ordered everything he mentioned, slipping him a thick wad of cash for good measure. He nodded, quietly stuffing the goods into my bag. At home, I instructed the housekeeper. Cook everything I bought. Every single thing. Then I popped open a testosterone booster and downed it. The baby in my belly suddenly flailed violently. Sharp pain exploded across my abdomen, as if it were tearing at the placenta. Cold sweat poured down my face. What did this woman drink? I could practically hear the tiny voice scream. "My purine body is burning. This crazy woman. What is she doing?" My desperate plan was working. I grabbed 2 more bottles and swallowed them, ignoring the agony twisting through me. The fetus thrashed, screamed, and clawed, making me see stars before I collapsed. I woke to a soft knock. "Ma'am, dinner's ready." the housekeeper called. I sprang up, ravenous. The table was loaded. Ox penis soup, lamb stew, stir-fried chives, grilled oysters, and a massive pot of date and goji berry soup. You want to steal my life force? Fine. I'll drown you in yang energy first. As I ate, the housekeeper tilted her head. Ma'am, why such a big appetite today? I smiled sweetly. All for my daughter, of course. I'll eat like this every day now. Keep making these dishes. I need my strength. At first, the baby thrashed and cried. But as I kept eating, it slowly quieted. By the time Jake returned home, the fetus finally shrieked. Sarah's gone insane. She's been feeding me young all day. Make her stop. It burns. Jake went pale and slammed the table. Sarah, what on earth are you eating? I feigned weakness, tears pricking my eyes. I'm too weak. I need strength to deliver, so I'm just trying to build myself up. Don't I even get to eat properly? The baby, in pain but defiant, spat out the truth. She's not just eating young foods, she's drinking testosterone boosters. My purine body is burning. She's doing this on purpose. Jake's expression softened, hesitant to confront me directly. Honey, did you hear any strange voices at home that made you do this? I blinked innocently. No, I just heard these foods are nutritious for pregnant women. That's all. He hesitated, then explained gently. Late pregnancy can cause anxiety, hallucinations, even binge eating. Don't overthink it. I excused myself to rest, pretending to sleep. Jake clearly suspected something. The fetus stayed silent, too scared to project anymore. That night, as I pretended to drift off, Jake whispered to my belly, Jessica, what if she knows about you and tries to abort you? The succubus's laughter rang softly in my mind. She already tried. But she's clever enough to know aborting me now would mean certain death. That's why she's using young foods to harm me instead. Jake caressed my stomach tenderly. I'm sorry I can't protect you. I'll survive. She's only burned me slightly. A few days rest and I'll be fine. But if she keeps this up, I might not be able to transform fully, the voice warned. Jake's gaze grew cold. After 10 years of building his empire together, and this was my reward? If he's heartless, I'll be merciless. The next morning, I planned to continue my young assault, but I opened my eyes to find my mother-in-law glaring at me. Jake says you've been throwing tantrums, taking random drugs, deliberately tormenting my unborn granddaughter? I tried to rise, but she pushed me down and jabbed a finger at the empty booster bottles. Jake had a fortune teller check. My granddaughter is a once-in-a-millennium blessing. You will eat nothing at random from now on. Before I could react, 2 new housekeepers arrived. One held me down while the other forced a bowl of foul medicine into my mouth. This nourishing soup will ensure my granddaughter is born with the purest body. 3 bowls daily, no exceptions. The fetus laughed lazily. Think a few young boosters can hurt me? Amusing. A few days of medicine, and I'll be fully healed. I struggled, but couldn't overpower them. Nausea overtook me as I vomited helplessly after 2 bowls. Jake sat coldly beside me. Behave, deliver the baby, and I promise no more suffering, he said. I glared at him, but when they forced down the 3rd bowl, I swallowed my pride. Jake locked me in the bedroom, serving only nourishing food. White fungus, barley, donkey hide gelatin. The slightest resistance meant being force-fed. During the day, Jake disappeared. Only at night, after I feigned sleep, would he creep in, caressing my belly. Jessica, I can't wait to see you again, he whispered. The fetus chuckled smugly, and I swallowed my resentment, biding my time. Once my mother-in-law relaxed her vigilance, I seized the opportunity. I smashed the bowl, cut my wrist with the shards, and screamed, If you want this child, take me to the hospital now. Blood gushed. Panic erupted. 911 was called. At the hospital, Jake exploded in panic. No, she must deliver naturally. The doctor urged a C-section. My mother-in-law argued. The fortune teller said natural birth is the only way to preserve the blessing. I recalled the succubus's warning. Energy surging, I leapt off the gurney, scalpel in hand. I won't deliver naturally. C-section now. Or I'll cut her out myself. Jake's panic twisted his face. Sarah, are you insane? Don't you care about dying? I'm afraid of nothing. Stay back. Bodyguards cornered me. The fetus laughed shrill and triumphant. Sarah, I have 1,000 years of power. Let's see what you've got. Tears and blood streamed down my face. I swallowed the secret stash from the pharmacist, steeling myself for the battle ahead. The bodyguards pinned my arms and legs, dragging me back onto the bed as I forced the pills down my throat. I swallowed hard, making sure every tablet slid into my stomach. Instantly, a piercing scream echoed inside my mind. It burns. What is this? Sarah, what did you swallow? Jake, help me. Help me. Her panic only made me laugh harder. Jake reached me in 2 strides, pried my mouth open, and tried to force me to vomit. Sarah, what did you take? Spit it out. His voice cracked. If anything happens to Jessica, I will never forgive you. I sank my teeth into his finger, biting down until I tasted metal. He yanked his hand back in agony. Sarah, you are completely out of your mind. Of course. I am the lunatic you created. My belly throbbed with sharp pain, but I no longer cared. I met his horrified expression with icy calm. It is too late. Everything is already in my stomach. Those pills dissolve fast. Your precious Jessica is finished. Inside me, the succubus's once seductive voice trembled. Make her vomit, Jake. I am dying. Jake spun toward the staff like a madman. Pump her stomach right now. Move. My child will die. Hearing him call that thing his child gave me a fresh wave of rage. My mother-in-law, bewildered by my behavior, quickly joined him. Doctor, did you not hear my son? Pump her stomach before my granddaughter suffocates. The doctor finally snapped and signaled security. Are you people actually related to the patient? You cannot pump a pregnant woman without anesthesia. Right now the priority is delivering the baby, so step outside and stop interrupting. Security escorted Jake and his mother out while I was rushed into the delivery room. The moment the doors closed, I grabbed the doctor's wrist. Please, give me a C-section. If you make me deliver naturally, I will not survive the pain. The doctor checked my vitals again and sighed. Your condition is stable enough for natural delivery. If we choose surgery, your husband will turn this hospital upside down. We will assign our most experienced midwives. Please trust us. I bit down the frustration and nodded. The fetus had been silent for a while but soon whispered again, her voice hoarse with pain. Sarah, you cannot win. Even if the heavens intervened, you still must deliver me. Despite her arrogance, I noticed her voice trembling. Fine, I murmured. Then we do this the hard way. When the contractions intensified, I refused to push. No matter what medication they gave or how loudly the midwives pleaded, I stayed limp and uncooperative. The pain made me black out over and over, but I held on. One midwife almost cried. Please, for your own safety, you must push. I am sorry, I whispered, but this is the only thing I can do. When you see this child, you will understand. My hand slid over my swollen stomach. You want me dead? Then I will take you with me. I am not afraid. Inside me, the succubus kicked weakly, her strength fading. For drips and blood transfusions kept me alive while we battled in silence. Just as I braced myself for hours more, she suddenly twisted and forced herself downward. A wet sound followed, and the doctor gasped. I can see the head. The pain ripped through me like I was being torn in half. Whatever lived inside me was making a final desperate attempt to escape. So, now that you fear I will take you down with me, you want to save yourself? I pressed my knees together, refusing to let her pass. The doctor wiped his forehead. Miss Sarah, the baby is delivering herself. You must cooperate. Just a few more breaths, please. I forced a frail smile. I truly want to, but I have no strength left. The pain is unbearable. I let my voice falter. Would it not be easier just to cut me open? Inside me, the succubus panicked. Sarah, stop. I did not finish absorbing your life energy. I cannot transform right after birth. Please. My soul is injured. I only chose your womb because the Een is perfect for healing. We are meant to meet. Let me live. I do not care about Jake. I charmed him only to reincarnate. I swear I will leave once I recover. I will not touch you again. Her voice shook violently, far from the seductive confidence she had before. I almost laughed. Her charm was strong, her tone sweet enough to hypnotize an entire room. No wonder she bewitched Jake so effortlessly. But after everything she had done, I could not trust a single word. I took a long breath and clamped my legs even tighter. The medical staff exchanged looks of disbelief. 10 months of pregnancy, and you want to suffocate your own child? If the baby dies inside, you will need surgery anyway. What is the point in harming yourself too? Tears leaked from the corners of my eyes, partly from pain, partly from the injustice. Do not judge me when you know nothing. Once she is out, you will understand. Then my strength finally gave out. My head lolled to the side. My vision blurred. Seizing the chance, the doctor and midwife worked quickly. They eased the fetus free and severed the cord before rushing to check her vitals. The moment the baby was lifted, the doctor stiffened, eyes widening. How can this be? His hands trembled so badly that he nearly dropped the screaming newborn. The moment the doctor went still, the entire delivery team pushed in to see what he was staring at. One look was enough. Shock swept across the room, everyone whispering in dread. Before anyone could react, Jake and his mother barged in. Our baby is here, right? Let us see. The doctor practically shoved the child into their arms, grateful to pass her off. My mother-in-law took one glance and staggered back. What on earth is this? Why does she look like that? Why does she have two sets of parts? And that tail. What kind of child is born with a tail? She shoved the infant at Jake, shaking. Jake looked down, then nearly dropped her. This is not Jessica. Sarah, what did you do to my daughter? He lunged for me, but the doctor restrained him and called security again. Separated from the creature that had been feeding on me for months, my body felt strangely light. I forced myself upright and looked at her. Just as they said, she had sharp little fangs, a twisted face, and a small tail twitching behind her. Her body had both male and female anatomy, something no human child should have. Jake screamed at me from across the room. I cannot hear Jessica anymore. What did you take? What did you give her? I picked up a disinfectant cup and hurled it at his face. You both plotted to ruin me, but you want to blame me for this? Fine, I will tell you. I swallowed gender-altering pills. 10 of them. At the pharmacy, I had typed on my phone so the parasite in my belly would not hear. I asked the pharmacist if he had anything strong for gender selection. He handed me pills packed with hormone-altering compounds, warning that they were powerful enough to affect me as well. I hid them for weeks, too afraid to use them. But when I realized the demon was about to complete her recovery, I had no choice. I thought I would die from it. I thought she would take me with her. But she absorbed almost everything I consumed, desperate for energy, and the hormones went straight into her system. The irony made me laugh. She had taken in all the male hormones, leaving my body untouched. The doctor sighed heavily and addressed Jake. This newborn shows severe abnormal development. Normally, a child with dual anatomy can undergo surgery to choose one gender. But this case is different. The extra parts connect to nerves and tissue near the spine. Any operation could paralyze her instantly. Leaving her, as she is, will still shorten her life. With this level of hormonal damage, she may not survive past age 3. My mother-in-law collapsed on the floor. You said she was a blessing from the heavens. How is she like this? I let out a tired laugh. In stories, a millennium blessing always means a spirit creature. Did you think your son found good fortune? He became a vessel for a demon to resurrect. I turned to Jake. And your precious Jessica also told me something. She never liked you. She used you to get to my energy, nothing more. The room went dead silent. Then I noticed something. Since the birth, there had been no voice in my mind. No whispering. No threats. The pills had not just twisted her body. They shattered her soul. Without a human form or spiritual core, she was nothing now. Jake refused to believe it. He grabbed the infant again. Operate anyway. She will return to the way she was. I know she will. His mother tried to stop him. No, we should not keep her. We cannot. But he pushed her aside, clutching the child. I was too tired to watch his breakdown. I had the nurses take me back to my room. As soon as I lay down, I called my lawyer and asked him to prepare divorce papers. I also sent him video evidence of Jake and his mother imprisoning me. Outside, Jake screamed when the baby bit into his arm, ripping off a piece of flesh like a wild animal. He flung her by reflex. She hit the floor and vomited blood before the staff rushed her toward surgery. I drifted into a deep sleep, Jake's howls faint in the background. I dreamed of my great-grandmother again. She smiled and held my face gently. My smart girl. All the strings I pulled from the other side were worth it. That demon has been sent to the animal realm, never to reincarnate. Leave that man and start over. I will guard you always. When I woke, my lawyer and best friend were waiting. They told me the creature had died. Her organs were not human and could not support her. The fall finished what her strange body had started. Jake was arrested for negligence causing the child's death and for imprisoning me. Still in grief, he signed the divorce papers without arguing. His mind broke completely, and he was transferred to a psychiatric ward. The settlement, including damages and property, reached $100 million. Once everything was finalized, I went to my great-grandmother's grave. I placed flowers, lit incense, and touched her photo. Warmth spread through my chest. This was what love felt like. A guiding light leading me into a life that belonged to me at last.